And you see, it's things like this that make me not respect a lot of Star Wars fans. Now, when I bring up the subject matter, this is not me saying that I just take what's given to me and think it's great because I see representation. I'm not one of those type of fans. But when you are a toxic fan and you're saying this type of stuff, think about yourself. Think about the fact that you just glanced over a obvious issue, or you are tactically ignoring the issue because it doesn't apply to you, or you're defending it because it does apply to you. Pick one of them. Either way, this is a core reason why people say this is the worst fandom out there. And I know it's going to be some fans out there that always say, well, it's a vocal minority. And I say to that, well, check them. Check them. Because I remember when Ewan McGregor actually had to check people for how they treated Moses Ingram. And you can say what you want about her character and how her performance was initially. Because I say initially, yeah, she came off very, very overacting. And then I look back and realize, oh yeah, that's maybe because she wasn't truly evil. But she was tormented because she was at the Jedi Temple when Order 66 occurred. And then you see later on through the series, you start seeing her confliction, and you started seeing a lot of other layers to it. Then you realize, okay, all right, you get to see what she's doing. She was trying so hard to be down, but Darth Vader, Anakin, actually saw through her the whole time and knew just who she was. And I was like, damn, all right, they set her up. I get that. I'm not saying Reva was the greatest character, but tell me where it is warranted to send someone death threats, call them a diversity hire, and say you hope that they die. Like, that's not funny. But the narrative is so bad. So because the narrative is so bad, I could say all this stuff because I'm just angry. It's just garbage. You know what? Pack your bags and fucking leave. And I'm not talking about as being a fan, because if you actually think about just how garbage of a human being you are, you should just pack your bags and leave. I'm going to leave it like that. But going on to the whole aspect of fandom, you're sitting here and you're telling me that Ahsoka was terrible. Obi-Wan was terrible. Andor was terrible. Mandalorian was terrible. Or are you just focusing on the recent trilogy? Like, ask yourself that question. Which one is it? Bad Batch was garbage too? Is that's bad also? Oh, that's right. All of that gets put to the side because you saw the trailer to the Acolyte and you saw a lot of people. And when I say a lot of people, you know just who the fuck I'm talking about and what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, I get it. So all of a sudden now the narrative is bad again. You didn't even get a chance to even absorb it. You saw red. And when I say red, that is the shit that triggers you, which is a bunch of people who don't look like you. And I'm not talking to all Star Wars fans. I'm talking to who this video applies to. See, it's a certain fraction of the fandom who says and brings up the narrative all the time because that's code speak for being just outright scumbag racist. Because I never said, you notice if you look at it, I never said that current Star Wars is great. I'm saying I'm not complacent with the fact that a lot of Star Wars fans are racist or express racism, throw DEI and SJW and all that stuff. Whatever it is, whatever era it is, they find a way to say the same word, the same thing with different words. Anti-SJW, woke, DEI stands for the same thing. It's just that when people start telling them you're overusing the garbage terminology, you bastardize the word woke, right? You overused anti-SJW, and now you're doing the same thing with DEI. And it just happened to bleed over into Star Wars. Not surprised. Anyway, it's your boy Fury. I'm here. And this is the bullshit I deal with, y'all. But I'm out now. Peace.